Ready? All right.
All in all, what did you think of how your team performed?
I'm proud of them. Bummer to go down, whatever that was, 15 minutes in, on a goal that didn't have to happen. But that's the game, and it's the first time we've been down with a lot of new players. And I said this to them at halftime that I think the one piece we're missing is true inner belief that we can win this game. Some of us were a little shy, quiet, and I think that showed a little bit in the next level of whether it's clinicalness in the final third or killer in the final third. Obviously, Taylor showed it in that moment and scored a great goal, and we had some other moments of it. But I thought overall, Georgia, they're a good team. They're athletic, they're organized, right? They're well coached. They've got some kids up top that can do some damage, and to come back, I said to our team, I said, look, everybody, when you're ahead and you're undefeated and you're winning games, it's all sunshine and rainbows. Nobody gets measured and judged, right? How you deal with life when life gets hard, that's the ultimate, right? And I thought that our response at halftime was great, and I thought we, deserved obviously at least a tie and could have won the game.
Were you surprised about how they played you early, how they kind of sat back and looked for the counter and kind of just, let you ping the ball around in the back a little bit?
A little bit. I mean, they hadn't shown much pressing, against the Pitts and the Carolinas. But given, our situation, I wondered if they were going to come and kind of throw numbers at us. They've been using a lot of bodies. They didn't use a lot of bodies. They kind of rode their top kids tonight. So I was, surprised by that. Also surprised by the fact they changed their shape, right? They've been playing kind of a 3-6-1. They changed to a 4-back. I thought that, in some ways it helped us because now we're matched up in the midfield, and that we had to solve fewer problems. But it also made it a little bit more challenging for Hudson. She's going 1v2 now as a center striker versus 1v1 against one center back. So, but yeah, look, overall a little bit surprised.
That second half adjustment, it looked like you guys went with a bit more of a long ball, more direct, and Mimi was really hugging that touchline. How important was she to opening it up?
Yeah, I mean, it was big on that side, obviously very important. I thought at times we started to force it a little bit too much, right? And it's hard to because they were reading it well, and they were dropping early, and sometimes we underhit it, and it led to getting counterattacked, or you overhit it, and with a slick surface, it just kind of skips out of bounds. So tough to hit those balls. We felt like we could get in behind them with some deeper runs, whether it was a wide back or even runs out of midfield that we had a couple times. And then even it wasn't a total big ball in behind, but Ron's ball kind of punching it into Huff on the goal had a little bit of that too. So. And that's what we thought we could get coming into the game against their 3-back. They were able to obviously lock it down a little bit more with the 4-back, but we talked about that obviously at halftime.
With a quick turnaround, you have guys of Villanova on Sunday. What are you looking to improve on before then?
I said it to one of my assistants. In our last 3 games, we've had 37, 39, and tonight 36 shots, right? And 36 shots against a team that, they sat in, but they're still a good team. And we only scored 1 goal. And their goalkeeper made some great plays. Their backs cleared some balls. They defended well. We didn't take some chances well. So hopefully we can score. 1 goal, and if we're fortunate, more than 1 goal. But other than that, I think we just got to keep building on positive energy, and they should feel good about their performance and just keep on doing what we're doing, and hopefully for a better result on Sunday.
Addie's first time really seeing that kind of pressure in her time here. How'd she handle it all?
So important, and to bounce back from giving up the goal in the first half shows a lot of, which she has, like intestinal fortitude and confidence and gumption and those things, and made the key save shortly after the goal that she gave up, and then a couple big plays in the second half as well. So proud of her, and we don't give a game ball, but kind of have somebody break us down at the end. And she led us in the breakdown because it was we needed her to rise to the occasion. She hadn't been in that predicament before, like you said, and absolutely she did so. You know, here we are, we're pushing, trying to tie it, right? But there are some chances they could have made it 2-0. Then we get it to 1-1. In worst case, we want to get out 1-1. But we had some scary moments where they could have gotten the game winner, but Addie held it down. So big time for her own continued confidence and growth, and then big time for our continued belief in her.
How long do you think you're without Washington?
I think the earliest she would be back would be ACC play.
Okay.
So she'll be out the next 2 games.
So what is the big like conversation you're having at the halftime? You know, going in down 1. What is the kind of conversation you're having with your players and you know, trying to lift them up and
good
keep
question.
digging?
2 things. First, we look at some video and we show them different spaces and different runs and different things, right, that we think can help them. And we look at those pictures, and then it's like kind of an overall talk, right? And tonight's overall talk was the belief stuff, right? And I pointed out to a couple of our players that have been here, right, that are so good, and they needed to have a little bit more of that belief and energy and personality, right? And then collectively, we all we were just a little bit shy, right? And so, and that's got to come from players like Soph, players like Ron, players like Mimi, right? They need to be grown-up women on a night like tonight and take control, right? And I thought their effort and want to do that, and you know, credit to Soph. I mean, kid Tetrizio, she's a handful. She's going to do some damage throughout the year. We tried to recruit her when she went in the portal this summer, and she wasn't having it. So I think Kadani probably told her, why would you go to Florida State? They got a ton of great attacking players. You can come here and be the woman, and that's what she chose to do. So, but that was it. It was about, come on, man. Like, let's have a bunch of gumption. Let's go out and let's believe we're going to do this. All of you. You're great freaking players. You just outshot them 18-4, outpossessed them 69-31. That's a great freaking first half. Let's go. That was it.
Anything else?
So it seemed like the passing at times wasn't as good as we normally see. Is that more from just they're getting used to playing with each other, and also you can't really practice as much as you normally would with the shorter roster?
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit of both. I think sometimes, you know, it gets a little bit more challenging when you're kind of attacking. You know, they always had 7 back. Sometimes they were as many as 9. So kind of that final third gets really congested, and you got to be, you know, really sharp and clean and things like that. I think it might also be connected to the stuff we're talking about in terms of playing freely and playing with confidence and playing with belief. And now you're maybe, you know, you're passing and you're moving versus maybe just a pass, right? And it wasn't hot potato, but I don't know that we were playing with total freedom in all moments, right? And freedom and confidence, right? I think you see that like in a kid like Taylor Huff. I mean, she's just playing soccer and she's taking players on and she's passing and moving. And we saw it for a lot of moments, but then there are times where it was not crisp, and some of it was against, you know, no disrespect to our prior 3 opponents, it's the most athletic team and that we played against, and to have them so compact. And we had, I think I said it after the game, I think we had 8 players that played tonight. 8 of our 13 were in their first falls at Florida State, and a lot of those kids had to play 90 minutes tonight. And so it's a big order, big task. So I'm really proud of them.
And then lastly, the field with all the rain and everything, do you think that was okay, or everything was fine?
It was great.
With the pitch?
It was great. You know, honestly, I love the fact that it was raining because it made the field, made the game fast, made the ball move, right? We don't like when it's hot and sticky and slow. So it was fast. Made it a little challenging on some of those final balls. They're going to carry a little bit more, but our grounds guys do a great job, and the field drains really well. I mean, we had actually a little bit of rain, so much in that kind of 3:30 to 5:30 window that there was some standing water on the field, but then within 20 minutes it was all gone, and the field played great.